folks, what's going on? It's Dylan, back here for another video. Now, today we have a cool video for you guys. We have every lightsaber color and their meaning. Now, I feel like a lot of people just think like, oh, the lightsaber color is just whatever. No, it's not like that. Each color has a different meaning, okay? You guys probably just thought like, oh, blue is like good, and then red is bad, and then, you know, something else, I don't know. But no, they each actually have a distinct like personality trait. And here, I'm just gonna get into it in a minute. But last month I made a schedule, and I did not stick to that schedule, and I'm quite sorry. Okay, I didn't even do half the videos I wanted for Halloween, because I had all these Halloween videos planned, and then the Vanguard beta came out, and then Call of Duty Vanguard. Because I also have an alternate channel, which you should check out the link for that below. But Vanguard came out, and then I had like 80 Vanguard videos to edit, and then I was trying to do this other thing, and I had like a vacation planned, and then this and that. One thing led to another, and now we're in November. So I am quite sorry for the delay on videos. I haven't posted a video in a couple weeks, so I'm going to try to make, it's going to take me probably a couple months to get like my schedule down and learn like how to manage my time better, I guess is a good way to put it, because I didn't really realize how long it takes to edit these videos, but I have to get pictures off the internet, put them in there, put the little thing in there, like it's a lot of work, you know? So make sure you hit that like button, and I'm going to try to make a more manageable schedule. I'm probably going to post around once a week. And then I'm also going to be posting pretty much every day on my other channel. So, I mean, if this isn't enough of me for you guys, which it probably is, you guys probably clicked on this video on accident or something. But then you can go check out my other channel. Again, just like I said, down in the description below. So, let's talk Star Wars. So, this is lightsaber colors and their meaning. Now, first of all, we're going to talk about different types of sabers. Now, what I mean by types is like the actual saber, like how it's built, I guess the best way to put it. So, the very first lightsaber, the earliest lightsaber, is called the Proto-Pack saber. Now, basically what this is it's basically you wore a backpack on your back, basically a wire attaching to your saber to power it. So that's basically what it was, and just personally to me, that would look really freaking weird. Because usually Jedi are like these, I don't know, like these like mystical, like almost like space wizards, you know, and they just kind of like flow, like their lightsaber and just their movement just flows with the way they fight. And I don't know, I feel like I see a lot of Jedi and stuff just like throwing their saber. They don't even really use it, especially like characters like Yoda, where he's just this little tiny like midget guy, and he just like almost throws his saber more than he actually swings it. So I don't know how a Proto-Pack would even, like, how did he even fit on his back? Like, maybe he just used the Force or something? I don't know. But if I can find a picture, I'll put a picture up here. But maybe this is in like Legends or something. If you guys don't know, there's canon and Legends. Basically, Legends is all of the books and stuff. And basically, all of the books are non-canon. Basically, canon is like the Disney-verse. So basically, all the movies and shows and like select few books, basically. And then they have all these other books, and that's called Legends. So, I mean, maybe that's in Legends, or I don't know, this is a canon Star Wars channel, because I've only pretty much watched the movies and the shows, so I don't really know anything else that happened without the books, or in the books. So, yeah. Now, obviously, there's a couple ones that we know. Obviously, there's a single-bladed and a double-bladed, which is, I mean, pretty self-explanatory. It's one blade that comes out both ends for the other one. Then we have a crossguard saber, like Kylo Ren's, where it's the lightsaber on like the little tiny, like almost like a sword. And then we have a saber with a crossguard. Now there's a difference here. So a saber crossguard is Kylo Ren's lightsaber. And then they have a saber with a cross guard, not bar, guard. Now basically what the difference is the saber with the cross guard is basically literally just, instead of a lightsaber being the cross guard, it's just like part of the actual hilt of the saber, if that makes sense. I'll show a picture up here so you guys kind of understand what I'm saying. But one, the cross guard is actually like a piece of the lightsaber, and then the other thing, it's just a metal piece, I guess is the best way to explain it. Then we have a Shoto lightsaber. I think it's what it's called. And it's basically just like a little like shorty lightsaber. It's like basically Ahsoka's. I'll put up a picture right here. It's basically COVID, and it's basically like Ahsoka's saber. I don't know if you guys know, Ahsoka had like that little shorty saber. And I don't know, it's just mainly for like blocking bullets, or not bullets, lasers and stuff. And just being like more of a defensive saber, I guess you can call it. Then we have the dark saber. Well, not the dark saber, but just like that hilt of saber. And supposedly that's the only one, because they only ever made one dark saber. So I don't know. Then we have the slant single and the slant double. Basically, it's Count Dooku's lightsaber and Asajj Ventress's lightsaber. And they're basically the same thing, only Ventress has two of them connected, and Dooku just has this singular thing with like a weird little like hook thing on that one side. So that's basically just the type of sabers. I just wanted to mention those because just why not? It's just a lightsaber video. So, oh, by the way, cool X-Wing shirt. Freaking Target, or Kohl's. Graphic tees, $15, boys. Not sponsored. So, a thing before we get started about this is you have to understand you don't find the lightsaber with a color already on it. If you were to find a lightsaber, if you watch the Clone Wars, I think it was in like season 5, I think. It shows like a new group of younglings like finding their lightsaber shards. And they're all just like white, just like clear shards. So basically how you're supposed to find them is, I guess the Force is supposed to guide you somehow. And basically like put you through a number of like tests and such to like get your crystal. So basically, more or less, the user changes the color, if that makes sense. So basically, like whatever personality you have is whatever color it's going to choose, more or less. And by the way, nobody starts out as a dark side user. I just want to point that out right now, because there's a certain way you have to change your color to red. And I'll get to that in a minute, okay? But I'm just going to say right now that you can't just like have a lightsaber and be like, oh, I'm evil, that's going to be red. You can't do that. Like, it first has to turn, or I think at least, I'm not 100% sure, but I'm pretty sure this is how it works, because there's a special like process to get a red crystal. So I think everybody has always started out as a light side user and changed to the dark side, if that makes sense. So first lightsaber color we're going to be talking about is blue. Now this is probably the most common. If you guys watched any Star Wars movie, then you've probably seen a blue lightsaber, because pretty much almost like 80% of the Jedi have a blue lightsaber. So a blue user would have traits like bravery and righteousness. These Jedi are more physical with their saber, and they use the Force less. So basically, they would rather fight with their saber and like barely use the Force. Basically, like, obviously you use the Force to guide your lightsaber, but they wouldn't use like Force pushes or Force pulls or whatever as much as other Jedi. Now, green lightsabers are usually associated more with stronger Jedi. They also have lots of wisdom and skill. And they have also a much stronger connection with the Force, using it much more often. Ahsoka and Yoda, among others, have this color. Now, this is what I was talking about before. This is the red crystal. Now we're going to be, or a red user. So in order for you to have a red crystal, you must bleed the crystal. Now what I mean by that is basically you'd have to take out all of your rage and anger on the crystal, bleeding the color to make it red. Just like I said before, you have to take out all of your pain and suffering on the crystal to make it red. Darth Vader and Darth Maul have this lightsaber among many other Sith. Now, to get Kylo Ren's lightsaber, I believe is a similar process, but his saber is, his crystal, I guess, is an unstable crystal. So somehow it was either damaged, or maybe he dumped like way too much rage into it, and maybe that made it unstable, or I don't know, or maybe it got damaged somehow. But this basically makes an unstable crystal, meaning that he had to put the cross guards on it, and that's why his lightsaber is all like crackly, I guess is a good way to put it. Now, this is where the colors get a little confusing, because most of the rest of the colors we don't know very much about. Now, yellow, yes, yellow is a lightsaber color. I'll show a picture here. Now, most of the Jedi that have a yellow lightsaber are the Jedi Temple guards, which I'll be posting a picture of here. And I was thinking maybe you get a yellow crystal by purifying a Sith crystal, possibly. Or maybe there's certain traits or something. I don't know, because it hasn't really ever been explained how to get a yellow crystal. But I'll make another video when maybe the lightsaber colors get updated and we know more about them. Now, purple is one of the last ones we know like a lot about. Now, purple is sort of an interesting one because we know Mace Windu had purple. And Mace Windu, I think, is the strongest Jedi ever. Now, you guys may be saying, oh, well, what about Yoda? Mace Windu is powerful because his purple crystal, basically Mace Windu pulls power from the dark side, basically. So basically, he's geared towards the light side, but he pulls power from the dark side, being able to make him more powerful. Ambiguity and uncertainty are traits of this saber, and that's why I think Yoda is the Grand Master instead of Mace Windu, because Mace Windu, maybe Yoda didn't really trust Mace Windu as much, and thought that he would maybe eventually drift to the dark side more. Now, a white lightsaber. Now, you guys might be saying, oh, white lightsaber, what the hell are you talking about? No, this is an actual color, okay? I'll put up a picture here. Ahsoka is the only really character that has a white lightsaber crystal, but basically you have to purify a Sith crystal in order to get a white crystal. So this is what I was saying, maybe with the yellow, you have to purify in a different way or something. Now, we don't actually know the traits or really anything other about a white lightsaber or a white lightsaber color than that you have to purify a Sith crystal to get the white crystal. Ahsoka, after the Republic fell, she supposedly killed the sixth brother and stole his crystal, purifying them. And that's kind of how she got her white lightsabers we see in Rebels and in Mandalorian. Now, we almost know nothing about this lightsaber color, but it does exist. Now, this is the orange lightsaber, one of my personal favorites, and pretty much nothing is known about this lightsaber other than Plo Koon may have had it at some point, and also Cal Kestis at some point. Since orange is a mix of red and purple, I was thinking of red and yellow. I was thinking that maybe it's sort of a similar deal with the purple lightsaber, where they pull a little bit of power from the dark side. Because as we have seen from the Fallen Order game, Cal Kestis does have a lot of anger and pull from the dark side. So I'm thinking that his orange lightsaber is similar to a purple, in which you're pulling like some power from the dark side. And another theory states that maybe that the orange lightsaber represents only a Jedi who would use their saber only if they really had to. So they would basically be extremely passive, in which they would be using their force powers as much as possible, and then if they absolutely had to use their lightsaber, then they would. And I'm pretty sure a few Sith had also used this lightsaber before. So, I mean, I don't know, that passive thing wouldn't really work with a Sith user because, I mean, they're like Sith, so. Now, probably, this is literally basically a color I made up on my own, but it does exist. This is Ahsoka's lime saber. Not like an actual lime, but her little Shoto blade is kind of this between yellow and green color, which looks like the color of a lime. So I don't know what really happened, like how she got the lime crystal. I'm thinking maybe she's like, I don't really know, but it does exist, and no one else has had it to my knowledge other than Ahsoka. So I don't know. Now the last color we have is the dark saber, or the black crystal. Now basically what this is basically this is like the Mandalorian lightsaber basically. Basically whoever owns or has this lightsaber is basically the leader of Mandalore. Basically, I'm pretty sure the Mandalorians built the lightsaber originally, or maybe the Jedi did, but the Mandalorians stole the dark saber at some point. I think like before, like during the Old Republic era or something. So anyway, that was the video. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed, and I will try to stick better to my schedule, but obviously no promises. But sometime in the next couple days I'll be posting a Life Day video, because it is November, Life Day is coming up, so make sure you guys stay tuned for that, and I'll see you guys next time.